Hello and welcome back, folks. I'm ManicMink. This is Assassin's Creed 3. We are going to learn how to boat.
Come on, she won't bite.
I know I promised I would learn how to play the game before I next recorded. I didn't.
You're connected to her now. Listen and feel. She's idle. If you call for half sail, the men will hop to it and she'll pick half sail.
Okay, we are now...
Ah! Your killer flies again. Do you feel it, lad? Set a course for Martha's Vineyard. We'll find our guns and officers there. She's a nimble vessel, but the faster she goes, the more cumbersome she grows. And the firmer your hand needs to be. Enjoy this stretch of open water before we come upon those shallows.
This is,
Call for full sail if you like. Full sail! Full sail! Go get that wind!
It's kind of a bit weird because it's very cumbersome and designed for a, like, a 360
Wind
controller.
looks to be shifting. Stay alert, Connor. Gusty winds can be difficult to manage.
Because it's not like, you know... It's not a direct left or right, you know? You kind of have to go like, oh, I want to hold it in that direction. Well, that's... a bit difficult to do.
Now, take us through these shallows. Careful not to run up on them. The sandbars will slow us down, but the rocks will put a hole through a hole. And if you want to make a quick tack, call for half sail. She's more maneuverable then. Let's fly full sail. We need every knot. Full sail.
Yeah, I get the feeling this is gonna be a, playing this one on a controller for Assassin's Creed 4.
Mind those other vessels. Hold your tack to keep your right of way. Reduce speed. Half sail. We need more speed. We need every knot. Full sail.
This guy up here doing like freaking handbrake turns with his boat.
Rogue wind! Ease her off. We need to ease off. Half sail. Full sail. Full sail. Go get that wind.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that they expand this mechanic, because this is actually kind of...
Cottages. We're close. Rein her in to half sail.
decent, you know? Whereas I feel like a lot of the rest, I don't know, maybe it's just it's a feature of Assassin's Creed games and that fucking nothing makes sense. Or it's just, you know... Sure hope...
sail. Bring her in, full stop.
There we go. So I was gonna say, I hope parking this is gonna be easier.
Oh, hello, Miss Mandy. You're looking every bit as ravishing as I remember.
After all these years, you sail all the way to the vineyard to pay me compliments?
We are looking for David and Richard Clutterbuck.
Nice to see you, too.
Robert Faulkner. Where the hell you been?
Sorry for leaving like I did, lads, but where I was going, no one could know. You two working much?
No. Between contracts at the moment.
Well, we're looking for gunnery officers. What would you two say to working with me again?
We'd be for getting into a few more scraps.
Good show. The Aquila is a fine vessel. We're fitting all the guns as we speak.
Looks like your friend's about to catch a beating.
Where is Charles Lee?
I don't much care for your tone, boy.
Hey, you don't want to be doing that, Biddle.
Bobby Faulkner turned to wet nursing. It's good you finally realize you're a shite sailor.
Whoa, 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 not in here, gentlemen. Better still, not at all. Bobby, take your friends and get out!
Let's go, boys. Our guns ought to be ready. Come on.
Sure hope whoever's writing Assassin's Creed 4 did a better job. This is just kind of, you know, a bit underwhelmed by the whole story / everything. Okay. Now do we sail back, I guess?
What the bloody hell was that about?
The older man is a Templar. Who was he with?
A Templar? The young buck was Nicholas Biddle. Nobody. Sails before the mast. Midshipman for the Crown.
Are the guns ready?
Aye, but we won't jump in over our heads. We'll find a suitable target and show you how they work. We've fitted her with a modest amount of guns to start, but rest assured there's ample room to add more should you feel the need. Let fly, full sail. Unfurl everything, full sail. Fall into half sail. Looks like a British frigate with half seas over. Should do nicely for a spotted target practice. Bring her round broadside, and when all guns are on target, call fire.
Round shot for a start. On my mark! Fire!
Well done, boys! Now, aim all guns at her bow and do as much damage as possible.
Bit more than a modest amount of guns, I think.
Good! Now give the swivel guns a turn. More precise. Hit those old powder barrels and light up the sky.
There we go, that's cool. Right click is swivel guns and left click is,
Not bad for a spot, Captain.
you know,
You are a
fire your
fast
actual
learner.
cannons.
Provided something interests me.
Ah, getting a taste for the open sea, are we? We'll make a jack tar out of you yet. Now we should be getting back. The old man is like to have my hide for keeping you out so long.
Of course, we'll have to fight a ship when we get out here.
Gunboats are above!
Why is he shooting at us?
Destroying property of the crown, disturbing the king's peace, take your pick.
What do we do?
Naught else but to fight back. Sink the bastard!
We're taking damage! Wait for it!
Brace when attacked? I don't know how to do that. I don't actually know how to brace when attacked.
English frigates! Oh, be twaddled, another one.
Twattle.
Bloody hell did she come from?
That's a hell of a... Really frustrating to do that and then
Haul in everything! Good.
well, that was not fun. I don't know.
Back to your first voyage, eh, boy?
We almost sunk the ship. I think it's pretty bad for the first
Now we
voyage.
best be getting back, or the old man will have my guts for garters.
Also concerning the fact like we sunk 4 ships and like just no repercussions whatsoever. No one even cares. Ah, this game. Why doesn't it make sense? So that was the boat portion of the game, which was quite dynamic.
You get what I need, and I'll give 'em to you. Simple. You got a ship. Could find 'em all to boot.
Who is that man?
Him? Some old salt always on about letters he's got from Captain Kidd. Nonsense, really, but he doesn't hurt no one, so I'll leave him be. Talk to him if you fancy, but be warned he'll chew your ear off. Anyway, the Aquila's here for you. If you should get a pang for the open sea, we'll be waiting. Now, I implore you to head up the hill before the old man comes out of retirement just for me.
So there's more collectibles. I hate collectibles.
3 weeks. And not even a goodbye before you left.
Sorry.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Has it been 3 weeks, really?
Put them on. Once upon a time, we had a ceremony on such occasions. But I don't think either of us are really the type for that. You've your tools and training, your targets and goals. And now you have your title. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Connor.
His shoulders suddenly got a lot wider than they were just, 30 seconds ago. See where this brings me now. Oh, good. More.
Welcome back, Desmond. You'll be happy to hear there's actually good news for once.
Yeah?
I've managed to locate a power source, and it's relatively close by. Up for a trip to Manhattan?
Is it safe to leave? Abstergo's gotta be looking for us.
Obviously it's not safe. Can't exactly sit around here hoping to get lucky, though, can we? We need that power source. Besides, I'm sure you can cook up some way to hide our movements.
Maybe. The Templars have access to all kinds of satellites and camera systems. We'll need to find a way to mask our digital signature. I can probably camouflage the van, too. But there's not much I can do for us.
That's an easy one.
It's okay, I can probably hack into the mainframe and rejigger their bigabots and,
Local utility companies have assured the public that they're completely prepared for the upcoming solar maximum. Disruptions to service are expected to be minimal.
If only they knew.
What's this?
A remote-operated camera. It'll provide us with a feed while you're on mission. This will let us talk to each other.
We're almost there, so listen up. The artifact is in an office penthouse in Lower Manhattan. At this time of night, direct infiltration is going to get you noticed. I think we're better off having you drop in from above.
What do you mean, above?
and we have an airplane, because that somehow makes sense. Or no, we're just gonna jump off a building. Okay. So here's something about these games, and I don't quite...
Can you hear me?
I don't know, my feelings are mixed.
1, 2, 3.
I think all of this is unnecessary.
Yep, reach you just fine. Now why don't you power up the camera?
Like, all of this stuff with Desmond, all this stuff with, you know...
I've got pictures. Running diagnostics.
The Abstergo and the Templars. And I think it's all completely useless. You don't need it. You have a perfectly good premise as it is. Assassins versus Templars.
There's no elevator access from here on out. You'll have to get up there.
You know, and you just... You know, you can... Oh, look, this is so-and-so's relative. That's fine, but, like, you don't have to do this, like, no, let's hop back and forth, and you're not actually your relative. You're some other guy playing the machine that lets you become the brainwaves of your... Like, just stop it. You know? Why not just go, like, nope, you're Edward Arthur Treacher's fish and chips. I don't know. You're whoever the hell it is. You know, and then you can have, oh, this is Assassin's Creed 17 where you're playing in the modern day. And it's all been leading up to this event, you know. You know, why not just do that? Right? I mean, would that... Is that such a terrible idea that, like, no, we can't do that, possibly?
Oh, that's hold still. It's a lovely view.
Seriously, Sean? Fuck you.
I don't know. I can't help but feel like it's a bit... unnecessary to do the jumpy back and forth bit, because, like, right now I'm totally not in the simulation, or really, you know, following what happens, and then as you jump around so much, and it's like, just let me play, you know, let me play the characters, you know, that the game's actually about. No one cares about Desmond. We only care about, you know, Altair and, Jimbo, the Italian guy, and, guy whose name I don't know who I'm playing right now, and the other one...
Jesus.
Look on the bright side. No security to worry about.
And on the not so bright side, the slightest misstep means you're effectively paced.
Shut up, Sean.
You know, I don't think we really need the rest of these characters at the moment, because I don't really know them, you know? And I think it would be better in terms of not making it just be stupid. Like, if you only introduce the characters that you need to know for the game that you're actually playing. I don't know. I mean, I suppose that ruins the whole, like, oh no, this is a big epic... No, it doesn't ruin the whole, this is a big epic story. That's stupid. It doesn't ruin it at all. It completely allows you to have this big epic story that you've been sort of gaming up for years.
Once you reach the top of the lit-up crane, you should be high enough to make the jump.
Should?
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Well, you might want to worry a little. I'm pretty sure she was high when she was running the numbers.
Sean!
Joke. It was a joke. Or was it?
You know, I don't know. It just feels like the whole thing could be a bit more cohesive if you just stopped this, like, Desmond story and just made it about, you know, I mean, because you could, I don't know. I'm frustrated with Assassin's Creed. I'm getting more frustrated the more I play Assassin's Creed 3.
But wait for my signal to open the chute. Timing's really important here. Too soon or too late, and you'll miss the building. Now, open your chute.
Too soon or too late and you'll miss the building. Now! Like, just say open your chute as soon as you jump. Don't tell me, like... There's more controls to a parachute than that, but... There's our holocron.
That wasn't so bad.
So, you must be Desmond. Not exactly what I expected, but I guess your kind doesn't have many options these days.
Who are you?
Ask your father. Now give me that.
I don't think so.
Look, I'm not supposed to kill you, but the boss man didn't say anything about fucking you up. So you got to the counter.
Don't take a gun. It's not important.
So who the hell is Daniel Cross?
Believe it or not, he used to be an assassin. The assassin, the way I've heard it told, but it turned out he was a sleeper agent for Abstergo, programmed to infiltrate and destroy the organization.
How did he know you were there? We could be compromised.
They must have caught me snooping inside their network and sent Cross to see what we were after. If they were aware of our current location, we'd know. Though, I will say this. Doesn't bode very well for future expeditions.
I've set up some cameras topside. If anyone shows up, we'll see it.
I'd suggest you go see about finding a socket for that power source. Or we can return to Connor if you prefer. All the artifacts in the world won't mean a thing without the key.
Who's Chris Angel? And it's like, well, I don't know either, but I also don't know how we got that information in the first place because he didn't tell us his name. But it's... I suppose it's an Assassin's Creed game, so I should be understanding when it doesn't make any sense. 'Cause again, we have no way of knowing that information. Oh, this frickin' game and this frickin' series. You know, I love the actually running, jumping, climbing history sort of part of it, but like this whole Desmond part, you don't need.
Son?
Press any button.
Son? I owe you an apology.
I thought
shouldn't have
this was
lashed
a
out
put
like
a
that. You have to understand,
cube in a
I'm
thing
very
now.
good at this. Never mind that we live rather extraordinary lives.
Yeah, I kinda liked my ordinary one.
You can't escape who you are, Desmond.
So I've noticed.
Look, it's silly for us to go back and forth like this. I admit, I did a shitty job raising you. I apologize, I'm sorry. But it's important you understand it didn't come from a bad place. You're my son. I love you. I guess I was so busy trying to make sure nothing bad happened, I didn't consider the consequences. Truce.
I can't believe it's taken me so long to ask, but... how's Mom? She's not...
No. Your mother is fine. We decided it was safer if we split up for this job.
Always assuming the worst.
For good reason.
Can I at least say hi to her?
I'm sorry, it's too risky. Maybe when we're done.
Right. When we're done.
Something about Mom. I don't even know. What even is this, huh?
Ah, Desmond, there you are. Can I ask a favor?
Maybe.
When this is all over, I'd like to try turning the dial back on the Animus. Like, all the way back. To the time of the first civilization.
You think it would work?
There was no real loss of fidelity when you visited Altair. Then again, that was about 1,000 years ago, and I'm looking at going back at least 70,000 more.
Sure, I'd be up for it. Be interesting to see what things were like back then.
Excellent. I think it would prove most enlightening.
So what is our mission? What is our... No, that's... how do I work this thing? Where do I plug it in? It's gotta be up here somewhere, right? Because we ran up here exploring and found stuff, and then there was more stuff, and there's gotta be a plug or a receptacle or a power outlet somewhere, right? I mean, I think, right? It's not like I built this place or have any idea what the hell it's supposed to be or used for. This game does a very poor job of storytelling, which is a shame because it really could be good at storytelling. It just isn't. Climby, climby, climb. Climb up here, jump to here. Jump to here. Is there a power outlet over here? There's a ghost woman. Hey, a ghost woman.
Wonder what's inside.
At least we got this part done.
One way to find out.
Ancient alien battery. Came on over there. Hooray, us. We turned on a gizmotron. Let's... boop. Boop. See what's in there. Sure, why not? I don't know, I feel like this could have been an entirely separate game in of itself, you know?
Is it fixed? Immutable? Certain in its existence and only awaiting discovery? Or might it be changed? Here we learned the answer, and thought that it might save us. They were used to command, to control, to own. But we soon discovered another use. When enough sat in thrall and were told to believe, their thoughts took on form. What was imagined became real. If 100 minds could wish away a wall or create a tree, what might 1,000 do? 10,000? More? Might we change the consensus and will the threat away?
So we create American Idol.
We resolved to send one into the sky where it might illuminate us all. Once placed, a sentence would be uttered. Make us safe. In this way, we would change the consensus. We would save the world. But it never came to be. We sent a dozen of them skyward, but there was no way to maintain control, to direct the beam, to enthrall the world, to speak the words. Though this was strange and dangerous, what we tried next was worse.
Okay. I'll bite. What did you try next? What's over this way? Yes. Oh, this is what we tried next.
Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way. But forward, we could look forward. And so here we sought to see beyond ourselves, and know what was to come. First we watched to learn if our work would succeed. But the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva. In time, she too stopped looking, and instead began to speak. She called out across time, in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
But they are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
I don't
Lucy
know
was
what
going
any
to
of this
betray us and take
means.
the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
Need to be careful, because she'll get pregnant again. We're gonna have to deal with that. Other side of what door? Where? None of this makes any sense. Oh God. Why do I have to? Why do I have to figure this all out myself? Is there any purpose to me doing that, or no? Oh, yes, there is. Yep, yep. I'm gonna figure out what the hell all this is about. I'm gonna have to watch, like... At this point, I'm gonna have to watch, literally, I'm gonna have to watch someone else play through the first 17 Assassin's Creeds, just to make any sense of what the hell this is. Okay, so that's another boombox thing. And then we'll go back to the Animus. Well, I'll talk to you first.
I I know everyone thinks I'm being silly, but I can't shake the feeling we're being watched.
We are being watched. By Juno. Or some version of her.
Do you think it's a recording? Or is she a ghost? Or something else? Is she talking to us the way Minerva talked to Ezio?
No clue. I mean, who knows what else they were working on down here? There's still so many rooms we don't have access to.
But do you think she's like literally down here, waiting somewhere, still alive?
Still alive? That's mental. That means she'd be at least 75, 80,000 years old? They're powerful, yeah, but not that powerful.
They came down here looking for a way to survive. Maybe they found one.
Right, well, going to be going back into the Animus, but we'll pick that up next time. So, I'm ManicMink. This is the most confusing game ever. We'll see you next time. Take care.